Work Area 1, Video 2, ERPNext. This week we're going to go over the different warehouses and their locations in ERPNext. We're also going to view the item list and item group page. We're also going to create a new product special from your classroom to sell, and we're going to make sure we put that item in the correct item group. Okay, so let's move over here to ERPNext. Remember, you log in through the web browser, get logged in there. Make sure you're in your account for the station you're at. And then head up to the awesome bar and type in warehouse. That'll bring you up to the warehouse list. And you'll see here in the warehouse list we have an all warehouse group as well as the 4 warehouses here in our system: storage, receiving, picking and packing, and shipping. Those are the 4 warehouses that we work with here in ERPNext. Okay, next we're going to head to the item page. As we head to the item list page, you'll see right now it is in list view. You can change that view, but right now you'll see it in list view. You can see all the items down the left-hand side, their status, as well as the group they're enabled or they're contained in, as well as their ID or name. The different groups you'll see here, we'll talk about them in just a second, but let's switch to image view. So click down on list view and you click on image view, and you can see here each of the items looks more like a website here, has a picture, has an item with it, has it set up in the system, and you can see each item has a picture. If you click on the item to see it, it's more detailed. You can see you can change the picture here, input more information, set a valuation rate or its value, and hit save from there. So those are the items or the item list here in ERPNext. Okay, now we're going to head over to the item group page. So I'm going to take an item group list, and I'll get that list here in the awesome bar. Head over to the item group list, and you can see here are some different groups. You'll see here we have products, raw materials, services, consumable, 3D printed parts, product bundles, and so forth, hardware. And our items will all go into the appropriate group from there. Okay, back to the item list page. How to make a new item or a new product. Okay, so go into here and you can see the items are grouped into groups called products, and products are the items that we actually sell, or they actually go and are sold and can actually be purchased by a customer. So this, I'm going to have you make a new item this week. So you're going to first go to add item. I encourage you to edit the full form. It's going to make your life a little easier here to edit a full form. And you'll see here, you can put in the item code or the item name. I'm going to put in test item. You can see from there the item group. And I'm going to put test item product, just so we are clear that this is a product that we're going to sell. I'm going to put that in the product group. You'll notice that there's a separate group called product bundle, and I'll show you that here momentarily. And if your item had variants, you could click that variant option, and we learned about that earlier this week, but that would make it a template where you can make different colors or different so forth from there. Sizes, whatever you might need. So now if I click the save button, you'll see here I can go in, I could add my picture, make the item, set a valuation rate, make sure that item's in the product group, and get that item in for this week. Okay, let's also talk about product bundles this week. So to get to product bundles, you would type in product bundle up in the up in the awesome bar. It'll bring you the product bundle list. You can see here there are already some product bundles in the system. Bundles are groups of items that are put together to make a product bundle or multiple pieces of a product. So you'll see here the Roots wallet has multiple parts contained inside it. It's a bundle of the hardware, the base, the front, and the band that will band it together. You'll see that there, that is a product bundle. So if you wanted to make a new product bundle in some way, shape, or form, to make that, you would go to add product bundle, and you would need an item name. So there's a little bit of a catch here. I found it's kind of a little bit of a glitch, but you need to go back to item list, make a new item name, and we'll call this test, just for me today, bundle. And I'm going to put this item in the product bundle group, and it's important that I uncheck the maintain stock. This item is not actually in stock in the inventory. The pieces of the bundle are actually the stock. So you have to uncheck this button or you will get an error later. So I hit save. You'll see here, my test bundle is now here. So if I go to test bundle, I can go from there. You can see that item is there in my item list, and I have it in the group product bundles. But to make it a product bundle, I then must go to the product bundle list. Okay. From here, you'll not see that list there, but I have to add a product bundle and select the name that I just made and unchecked maintain stock on, so the test bundle. And I can come in here and I can actually add the products that are going to be in my bundle. So let's say I wanted a product that had the front and the back or the base of the white wallet. Okay. And I wanted that item to then have a green bracelet or so forth. I can make a bundle of products that go together. I would also have to identify the quantity. You can have 2 or 3 or so forth. That is how you would go about making a product bundle. So let's just recap. So this week you should review the item groups, go through the item list, and then from there you should be adding a test item or a sample item from the classroom to sell, as well as making a new product bundle of a group of items. Practicing that task will get you used to using the item list and the product bundles and the item groups and all of the information required within the storage area of ERPNext.